the Sierra De Ordunte, the wild gem of Bizkaia. The Sierra De Ordunte mountains rise like a natural boundary between Bizkaia, Burgos and Cantabria. 30 kilometers long, the range is situated in the municipalities of Arcentales and Carranza. Ordunte is classified as a special area of conservation and is one of the natural areas in the Natura 2000 network set up to preserve some of the most valuable habitats and species in Europe. The landscape of Ordunte has been partly shaped by the extensive forestry and livestock farming practiced in the area, which coexist alongside the original natural features. The woodland of Ordunte is essentially made up of beech, oak and Pyrenean oaks, interspersed with plantations of pine and eucalyptus. All the trees are grown in the ravines formed by the fast-flowing streams descending from the mountain tops. The most common forest type in Ordunte is beech. These trees love a damp climate. The colours change dramatically with the passing seasons. The goshawk is well suited for hunting in the thickets. It strikes swiftly and stealthily, taking its prey by surprise. As the winter comes to an end, though, the silence of the forest is disturbed by another type of clamour. Many forest dwellers, including the Black Woodpecker, the largest woodpecker in Europe, nest in the hollows of the trees. First, though, they need to adapt the holes to fit. Other, more common birds of prey, such as the common buzzard, feed their young on a wide variety of animals. On the bark of old and mature trees, we can find this beautiful beetle called Rosalia alpina. It finds in those trees everything needed for vital development. Pyrenean oaks prefer drier soils and orientations. Here, there is more light. The tawny owl lies hidden, patiently awaiting nightfall. Rain comes to Ordunte, feeding the rivulets and streams. In the narrow ravines, alongside the Alder, grow populations of Woodwardia radicans and Trichomanis speciosum. These two species of fern are millions of years old and grew in the forests of the Tertiary period. Silent witnesses of an earlier climate, they survived the changes in damp, sheltered spots. The small Iberian frog is endemic to the Iberian Peninsula. Its favourite habitat are the unpolluted waters of gullied streams. The white-throated dipper tirelessly explores rapids and pools, diving effortlessly into the cold waters. The silicious soil, heavy precipitation and persistent fog on the hilltops have led to the development of a large number of boggy wetlands. These formations help regulate the water system of the entire region. They host a fascinating community of plant species, especially some varieties of heather that require constant humidity. This is the Pozo Negro bog, one of the most stunning spots in Ordunte. Standing 1,340 meters above sea level on Mount Thalama is one of the most unusual places in this whole range. This is the only active blanket bog in the Basque Country. It is also the most southerly in Europe and the most easterly in the Iberian Peninsula. Thalama is home to the only known population of hare's tail cottongrass, or Eriophorum vaginatum, in the Basque Country, and is on the Basque endangered species list. Another 8 of the plant species found in the bog are classed as rare. The Thalama blanket bog is, without doubt, one of the most unusual habitats in the Basque Country.
Mediante un fenómeno en el que hay un cúmulo de agua que hace que la materia orgánica no se oxide como generalmente estamos acostumbrados a ver, sino que se reduce por esa falta de oxígeno, esa anoxia, y eso hace que esa materia orgánica se acumule en capas. Por lo tanto, este proceso que sucede durante un largo periodo, que en este caso ronda aproximadamente, según los últimos estudios, unos 8.000 años, pues puede llegar a cúmulos de turba como las que estamos observando, que pueden ser unas mayores profundidades de esta turbera, que pueden llegar a rozar los 3 metros de profundidad. La turbera del Thalama ha sufrido bastantes impactos y ha tenido su problemática en los últimos tiempos. Es una zona en la que ha habido reiterados fuegos y en los últimos años ha aumentado mucho la actividad ganadera y esa intensidad pues, ha generado unos problemas. Para intentar paliar estos problemas se han tomado ciertas medidas de gestión. La primera y la más importante ha sido el cierre perimetral de toda la turbera mediante un vallado. La segunda medida de gestión más significativa ha sido el empleo de técnicas de bioingeniería modificadas, técnicas de recubrimiento, para conseguir que los taludes desnudos no sufran las tasas erosivas que estaban sufriendo. Y por último, como medida correctora complementaria, pues había una recogida de semilla, germinación y plantación de las especies locales en todos los taludes de cara a conseguir una nueva cubierta vegetal de estas zonas que estaban degradadas.
Over the centuries, livestock farming has gradually remodeled the landscape of Ordunte, advancing the development of pasture land and limiting the expansion of woodland. In this way, it has played an important role in determining the prevailing types of habitat. Between the forests and open fields, we spot a wildcat. Like all felines, it is a natural predator. Waiting patiently, its sharp hearing allows it to hear rodents moving about in their burrows. And when it strikes, it is devastatingly efficient. Many of the hilltops and slopes of Ordunte are covered in typical Atlantic heathland. Conservation of the heath depends on how many livestock roam the land. Overgrazing damages the land and removes the fertile top layer. But too few cattle can cause a change in the ecosystem and leads to the disappearance of some of the species that inhabit these grazing lands. These habitats are the source of the heather honey marketed by local beekeepers. Vultures, Egyptian vultures, and other scavengers feed off the bodies of other animals. By recycling the dead matter, they play an important role in the ecosystem. There are a few pairs of Egyptian vultures, an endangered species, living in Ordunte. A new day dawns over Ordunte. Every one of its many inhabitants, flora and fauna, plays an important role, contributing to maintaining the ecosystems that support natural landscapes and human activity alike. When the relationship between humans and the environment is channeled through respect and sustainability, everyone stands to gain from the resulting balance. Understanding our surroundings helps us to value them as a shared heritage. Ordunte, a jewel of biodiversity that we must learn to preserve in one of the most beautiful regions in Bizkaia.